Hey guys, it's Franco. So what's the most important thing we all have and it's limited? It's not money, it's time. In this video, I'm gonna show you 5 places you can invest your money and take advantage of the time you have. So before we invest our money, I want you to learn how to save up for your emergency fund. Click on this link on top of my head in order to do the steps that I did in order to get my emergency fund ready. And this is what I did, okay? So I'm not just teaching you anything. Furthermore, the banks I mentioned there have 1.6 to 1.8 annual interest yield. It's not much, it's like inflation rate, but it will do the job. It's just your emergency fund anyway. I know, there's checking and savings account out there that has more than 2% of interest. Usually those banks require you to have a minimum balance. More than likely it's 5 grand or 50 bucks as minimum. I've seen it 50 bucks. But more importantly, the transactions. It needs like 10 to 15 transactions per month. Now, my point of view, mentioning the 3 banks that I mentioned on the other video, out of sight, out of mind. Most people will spend the money they have if they see it. So I want them to take that money away from their mind, away from their actual bank account, main bank account. I still have Wells Fargo, but I don't put all my savings there. So I put it somewhere else which I cannot find, or not really I cannot find. I cannot just spend it. And then that's it. I want you to just have your emergency fund before investing. And then I did not mention SoFi. Also have SoFi management cash account. It has 1.6 interest yield also, but I had $25 for free. Oh, back then it's 50 bucks, but now they decrease it to 25 bucks. So get that $25, it's free. All you have to do is use my link, fund that account for at least 100 bucks, and you'll get $25, and that's it. After that, you can just like take the money out of that bank account and no harm done. So free $25. Use my link down below. And also, if you like this kind of videos, please help my channel, like and subscribe on it. Help my small channel. Here we go. The first part that I'm gonna tell you to invest for is yourself. Educate yourself. Add a skill, anything. You don't even need a degree. I mean, there's carpenters, plumbers, heavy equipment operators that earn more than me. I'm an engineer and they earn more than me. But it depends on what you like and what you enjoy. But I highly suggest go back to school, go back to trade school, whatever it takes. Invest in yourself. Because we are like cell phones, you know. Cell phones, they don't upgrade by themselves. If you do that to yourself, your salary will decrease over time. You're not moving up. You're just gonna be right there. And then it's good for the society too. And your kids, they have a motivated parent. So the other things that I'm gonna say are money-wise. So invest in yourself first, and then let's talk about compound interest, where investments take advantage of time. All right, Here we go. So my friends, a lot of my friends and family members, I have heard them saying, YOLO, I don't want to invest too much because I'm still young, and or something like, I'm helping my other family, my family in the Philippines, my family somewhere else, my parents, or the older generation mentality. I'm just gonna put everything in a bank account and that's it. Save, 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 save. What I want you to do is save, but also make your money work for you. And we can do this by using time. Don't buy expensive stuff that you don't need, like cars or expensive apparels if you can't afford it or you're barely making it. Instead, save for your future self. And who's gonna, I don't know, who's gonna help you when you're old? Are you expecting your kids to help you? Are you obligating them to help you? No, I hope not. Because we made our kids. It's not their responsibility to take care of their parents. I wish you'll be glad if they help. I mean, don't obligate them, but it's good if they help. I mean, I do help sometimes, but I have my own family too. And then, will the government help us? Not really. By the time I retire, Social Security will be gone. So the government will never help us. It's our job to help our future self, our old self, if we really need to succeed. So let's move on. The first investment that I want you to consider is your 401k. If you're employed by a big company, usually they do 401k. And even better if they have a 401k match. So 401k match, oh my gosh, you at least match that amount. It's free money. I mean, it's common sense to get that free money. Like I told you about the SoFi account, it's free $25, and in this case your employer is giving you free money. At least match that. And you're using time. Again, you're using time. That money that you save now will compound. The interest that it will occur will grow over time. A second one is IRAs, individual retirement account. You can open an IRA through your bank. Any bank can do it. And there's two types of IRAs, the Roth IRA and then the traditional. The big difference between the two is, one, the Roth is already taxed. When you're withdrawing it when you're 60, that money that gotten bigger over time will not be taxed anymore because it was pre-tax. The traditional one, you're putting money in it, and then you're going to be taxed when you're 60 when you're withdrawing it. That's a big difference. It will take me a whole video to explain just a tiny bit difference of it, but the big difference is pre-tax and post-tax. All right. The third one is open a brokerage account. Oh my gosh, if you are listening to this video, or you're watching this video, this is the very, very perfect time to open a brokerage account. You can open it through Wells Fargo, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, even Robinhood, or there's more things out there. I mean, the famous one for the cell phone is Robinhood. It's free to open it. There's no minimum balance to have it. So what is a brokerage account? you use that brokerage account to buy individual stocks or a mutual fund or a bond or an index fund or an ETF. So what I did is open that like when I was, I don't know, 2016. And I'm already growing money in there because I'm a long-term investor. So when you heard of day trading, that's all. They also have a brokerage account, but I don't do day trade. That's too difficult and too much of research. But I do, like I said, I'm a long-term investor. So I do bonds. I bought bonds, ETFs, stocks like Tesla, GE, Ford. I can show you something. I think I can show you this one. And then index fund, that grows over time too. And it takes another whole video for me to explain what can you do in your brokerage account. But that's the third option you got. And then the fourth option is the big one, real estate. So real estate, my God. I don't mean by real estate buy a house and live there, just that. For me, having a house like this is a liability. I'm not earning money through it, but I need a house because I do have kids. But if you are single, that's perfect. Buy a house, a property, and rent the 2 rooms, or buy a triplex, duplex, rent the other room. Whatever you can do. How can you do about it? But most rich people, most successful people have multiple real estate. That's the truth. You can ask anyone that's you think that's a little bit rich, or I don't know, rich is defined differently to other people, but the successful people, they have multiple properties, rental properties. You can buy and sell them, but buy real estate. And that's it. So recap on what I told you. First, invest in yourself. Educate, learn a skill. I got a lot of co-workers that did not have a degree, but they're a good programmer. You can do that. Or be a carpenter, be something, a skill that Joe Bloke from the street cannot just do it. Your job is irreplaceable. You make yourself irreplaceable as much as you can. Second, your 401k. Get that 401k from your employer or your bank, however you do it, just invest on that. Third, IRAs. There's 2 types of IRAs, like I said, the traditional IRA and the Roth IRA. Fourth, open a brokerage account. Brokerage account, you can do so much things on it. Buy stocks, buy dividend stocks, growth stocks, ETFs, what have you, like I told you on the previous minutes. Do that. And that's it. And real estate is the last one. It's really expensive to get a real estate, but if you can afford it, and especially if you're single, get that and rent the other rooms, and then invest. Take all those things that I mentioned. Takes time. You cannot be rich immediately, but if you have time, like I said in the first part of the video, that's the most important thing that we have at the moment. Take advantage of it. I'll see you again. Like I said, like this video if you want more. Have a nice day.